Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how and when to harvest aubergines from your aubergine plant. I recently did a video on how to hand pollinate flowers on your aubergine plants. I'll link it above and you can check it out if you're interested. But back to today's video. So I have some very interesting aubergines on this bush plant that I have here on my balcony. This is a Ophelia variety. Some of them are perfect candidates for being harvested, others absolutely not. So I'm going to show you how to identify that and also how to harvest them. Let's get started. So let's look at when to harvest. It's going to be a bit of a trial and error in the beginning to figuring out the optimum moment to harvest your aubergines. But there are two indicators that are really going to help you find this perfect moment. And those two indicators are the skin of the aubergine and the other one is the size of the aubergine. So we're going to take this little aubergine here as an example. When we're looking at the skin, we want the skin to be dark, we want it to be nice and firm and also shiny. So see, if I'm turning this there, you can see that gleam on the side here from the window. You want it to be really, really shiny, and even where you can sort of see like a weird reflection of yourself in it. In real life, this aubergine is actually much darker than it is on camera. I've just sort of brightened it up because the space I'm filming in is a bit dark. So actually, it's much darker than it looks. Now for size as an indicator. You want to harvest your aubergines when they're about 2/3 of the mature size of the fruit. This plant is variety Ophelia, and I've checked that the best time to harvest these aubergines are when they're about the size of an egg. And funnily enough, I have an egg with me and I'm going to compare the two. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. It's literally perfect. So this beauty is ready to be eaten. To find out what is this optimum 2/3 size of the mature fruit, you can either look in the seed packet if you're going from seed, or you can look in the labels of the plant if you're growing from a plant, or you can even just Google it. Now I've moved up the stem a bit. I want to show you another example. So this is also looking good, this aubergine here. If we look at the skin, beautiful and shiny. It's this lovely purple color. It's also nice and firm. However, when we come to the size, if I get my egg, I'm going to compare it. You can see that this aubergine is much larger than the one I showed you before. It's about 1/3 larger. And having done this whole trial and error process, I realized that the fruit, when I harvest them at this size, they're edible. They're definitely good, but they're not as tasty as the ones that are as small as the egg. So I would be able to get away with eating this one, but anything larger than this, it's not going to taste as yummy as the other ones. Now we've moved over to the other side of the plant, and this aubergine is something entirely different. So you'll be able to notice the difference, the stark difference in the color. So all this beautiful purple color pigment has gone, and now it's a kind of yellowy browny color. It's still firm, and it's about the size of the aubergine that I just showed you, so the larger size. But I can tell you from experience, this aubergine is going to taste bitter. And the seeds inside, which I'm actually going to take this one off, I'm going to cut it open, I'm going to show you. The seeds inside are going to be very, very tough. I have tried everything I can to make these aubergines that have been on this stem too long, to make them edible. It doesn't work. Unfortunately, this one's going to go to compost. I was on holiday, so yeah, that's the reason it went over. But I would not recommend even bothering with these ones. Right, so now we know when to harvest our aubergines, which aubergines to harvest. Now we're going to look at how to harvest, and how to harvest them is so simple. So I'm going to go back to my original perfect looking aubergine here. So all you need are secateurs. I've got mine here. They have been sterilized, and I'm going to make the cut just at the stem. So this part here, this is the calyx here. I'm going to keep that intact, and I'm just going to go in with my secateurs. And I'm going to make a little snip. 1, 2, 3. And that's my baby. So I'll just do another example. This is the second aubergine I was showing you about. I'm just going to go in with my secateurs. Snip. There we go. And I'm also going to harvest this one because I want to show you what the inside looks like. Book. So I've just opened this one up and we can see, look how large the seeds are. So these are the seeds. I'm going to take one out and taste it. Oh yeah, it's really hard. Oh gosh, it's bitter. Ugh, it's already bitter. So this one is a no-go. So that was the video. That was when and how to harvest aubergines from your aubergine plant. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can now harvest your aubergines to your heart's content. If you have any questions or tips, please comment down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.